yo, it's your boy, Boom. We will hit another episode of the React Zone, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Catching this content with me. You know, you could definitely watch this video by yourself, but it's much better when you're watching it with me. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, man. We finna get into this video. This is the wild history of Minnesota's most dangerous gangs, part one. Welcome to North Minneapolis. You know what I'm saying? I live in Minnesota, St. Paul. You know, it's a neighboring city of Minneapolis. That's the Twin Cities. St. Paul and Minneapolis is what make the Twin Cities. You feel me? So I'll be in the app all the time. So, it's kind of forward to seeing this video and seeing what they talking about and kind of, seeing some familiar places and stuff. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long though. We're gonna get into it and see what this content about.
These three men, Dantrell Johnson, Gregory Hamilton, and Keon Pruitt, are allegedly members of the Highs Street Gang, which claims territory in Minneapolis, north of West Broadway, and feuds with rival members of the Lowe's Gang, whose territory is south of West Broadway.
Bitch, we from Broadway. That mean we not from the Lowe's. Where you from? Bitch, we from Lindale. That mean we not from the Lowe's.
15 this evening in the 700 block of 42nd Avenue North when someone opened fire into the clientele barbershop.
Office turning to racketeering laws, once used to take down the mafia, and now trying to dismantle Minneapolis street gangs.
War is not a fight, not a battle, it's a war.
The war is fueled by retaliation. This for that. Back and forth messages that play out on social media, then the street.
There's no...
What's up, family? Make sure y'all get in here and overdo your part on that like button, man. Expeditiously hit the like button and hype the video for the algorithm, man. This is Midwest Rumors. We got to stay on pace. You feel me? They trying to count us out now. They got East Coast channels doing their thingy thing. You feel me? They got West Coast channels doing their thing. They got hella down south channels doing their thing. You feel me? We got to stay structured and stay on pace for the Midwest, man. You feel what I'm saying? Not just for Detroit, not just for Chicago, but for every state and town in between, man.
Facts, man. We definitely need more outlets for the Midwest, man. You know what I'm saying? That shed light on to the northern regions, man. You know, every other pole got got their outlets, the West Coast, the East Coast and down south, man. But the Midwest, we ain't really got too many strong voices up here, man, to represent us the right way, man, you know. And much respect to all those other people from the other places. You know, I watch a lot of those contents, but we definitely need some Midwest outlets that's put on our music, that's put on our our social media influencers, that's put on our comedians, that's put on our actors for movies. You know what I'm saying? Facts. I definitely agree.
But let's get into it. Because today we're going to tap into one of those states that may not seem dangerous, but in recent years has turned out to be one of the most violent. You feel me? Welcome to Minneapolis.
See them boys and then we get on feast them. All those fuck them up. That little boy ain't never. Shots fired on mama. Oh my God, what happened to that?
Going anywhere, man, thinking somewhere sweet, man, you a damn fool, man. Just because a place don't look like where you come from, or it don't look like what you think you would expect something to be, don't underestimate it. You know what I'm saying? A fool goes somewhere sleeping thinking something sweet, man. You know what I'm saying? If you really from the streets, man, it's real niggas everywhere. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get a rude awakening, man. You're gonna get your ass spanked like you was a badass kid in school acting up, and your mom had to call off work to come pick your ass up. That's a real ass whooping right there. You know what I'm saying? Your mama got to call off work, come get you because you acting out of school. Oh yeah, for sure. That's the type of spanking your ass gonna get. Coming out here thinking shit sweet, my boy. And I done seen it happen plenty of times, man. You feel me? But yeah, man, don't sleep on Minnesota, man. You feel me? Ain't it ain't in it because it's a lot of activity going on around here, man. Straight up.
Hell Calvo got shot in his belly. They ain't ran from us at the telly. Slide me out, I'ma turn it
He
to
was told the
melody.
jury these images show the defendants chasing Wells outside and murdering him in the street as retaliation.
And today we're going to speak on one of Minneapolis's most dangerous gangs, man. The Highs, located north of Broadway, which was the only street separating them from their ops, known as the Lows, who operated on the south side of Broadway. And they basically had been at war for over 15 years, man. Over 20 years, I'm thinking. You feel me? Shooting up parties, clubs, food trucks, barbershops, stores, gas stations. These little niggas was putting belt down, man, and they was crashing out on site. It didn't matter if grandma's kids was around. They don't give a fuck. You feel what I'm saying? These boys was jumping out broad daylight, you feel me, on busy streets and opening fire into crowds of people at random, man. You feel me? They can care less about kids being out there. They can care less about any.
Right, man. Uh, where he at right now, this is Lindell and Broadway right here. You know what I'm saying? This is a very, very busy intersection right here, man. You can find everything right here, man. You know what I'm saying? You can get you a weed sack right here, get you, you know what I'm saying, crackhead can find some dope, you know what I'm saying? You can get your sack off right here. You know what I'm saying? You probably see your uncle headed to the liquor store. You know what I'm saying? It's a little tobacco shop on the side of the gas station right there. Um, shit. Nigga, shit. Man, just to give you context of what, like, this gas station right here, we call this the murder station, and it's been the murder station forever. And just to kind of like give you some context of like why we call it the murder station, my sister right now, my blood sister, we got the same mama. You know what I'm saying? My blood sister right now, she's pregnant. Um, and her baby, I don't know if it's a boy or girl yet, but the father of her child, her unborn child right now, was just unalive at this station at this gas station about 3 months ago in the summer, about 3 4 months ago, and it was a quadruple homicide right here at the gas station. He was just there, and somebody came through and sprayed the whole gas station up and hit 4 people, and all 4 didn't make it. So this been the murder station right here. You know what I'm saying? So my sister, her baby's gonna be born without their father, right? Like to this day. She's still pregnant. She should be due like at the end of this year, at the end of this year, the beginning of next year. That's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this Lindell, this Broadway, across street. It's the liquor store right here. Across the street from the liquor store, kitty corner from the gas station is the Cub Foods uh grocery store. Across the street from that, kitty corner from the liquor store is an outlet. You got the hair store, you got a barber shop, you got AutoZone in there. People be barbecuing in the parking lot in the summertime, and then next to that is a Taco Bell, then the Wendy's, and then the Highway 94. You literally next block over. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you feel me? This is a very busy intersection, man. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You might get into a car accident right here. You might see your baby mama right here. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you might see a nigga that owe you some money right here. You might see a clap out right here. You know what I'm saying? All type of shit. It goes down, man. Straight up.
And bystanders being hit. You know what I'm saying? All they was focused on was the ops. You feel they seen the ops, and it's like these kids has got like tunnel vision or something, like they cursed or possessed by demons or some shit. The way they, just how they moving, right? But anyway, let's get into this shit, right? Because we're gonna speak on a few of these incidents. Because I don't know if I just been living under a rock, but I never knew Minneapolis. Minneapolis was this wild, man.
Yeah, that nigga definitely been living under a rock, man. This shit been going down for years, man. I'm finna be 32 at the end of this. It's November now. At the end of November, I'm finna be 32, man. It's been going down since I was a kid. I came to Minnesota at 12, man. It was going down before I even got here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been going down in Minnesota. This ain't nothing new, my way. This ain't nothing that you just hearing about it now because of the internet. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? This shit been going on, man. It's a metropolitan area, bro. You feel me? Like nigga, it's a city. You know what I'm saying? The same shit that goes on in every other city across America, man. Nigga, this ain't no exception. Feel me?
I did not know it was crazy like this out there. Now, according to documents, this war has been going on since May 2004, right? When Christopher Littles was gunned down at a house party. He was a member of the Lows, you feel me? And after two subsets from the Highs and the Lows, known as Murder Squad and 1-9, you feel me? They end up getting into a heated dispute on the dance floor. And shots would be fired. Somebody blick, got the blowing in the party, you feel me? And ended up killing 18-year-old Christopher Littles. And I send my condolences to his family. May he rest in peace, right? This one murder would be the cause of over 30 murders within the city of Minneapolis. I said Minneapolis. Minneapolis, you feel me? They would begin targeting each other wherever they could, bro. Walking up, drive by, it didn't matter. These little dudes used every method they could to eliminate their opposition. You feel me? And when they weren't sliding and laying belt on each other, they were committing robberies, drug trafficking, fraud, burglaries, all types of shit, man. Just a menace to society, bro.
Indictment charges the Lows, a violent Minneapolis street gang, for crimes including racketeer, influence, and corrupt organizations RICO, conspiracy involving murder, using a firearm to kill during racketeering murder, attempted murder, and other gun and drug trafficking, including fentanyl. 10 murders are alleged as part of the dang, man. Yeah, they ain't playing, man. When they come hard, man. For sure.
Just a bunch of menaces to society. I've reached out just to speak with individuals who live in the area, north and south of Broadway, and they told me that this war has destroyed the city, man, and that these gangs were unorganized and out of control, making all social gatherings unsafe because of the constant retaliatory shootings. You feel me? One shooting that was said to re-spark the war between the Lows and the Highs was the murder of prominent Highs member who had been getting a haircut at a local barbershop, right? When members from the Lows would line up standing across the street from the barbershop like a damn firing squad, bro, and unload on the barbershop that was full of people.
Around 6:15 this evening in the 700 block of 42nd Avenue North, when someone opened fire into the clientele barbershop, officers found one man dead inside the business, and a man and a woman got...
Damn, bro. Damn, man. I send my condolences to anybody who was affected, man, in that tragedy, man. Like that shooting up a barbershop, man. That's out of control, my boy. Cause there's kids, it's mamas, all type of stuff up in there, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, so we gotta have more regard for human life, man. You feel me? Cause like that could have been your cousin, female cousin taking her son up in there, man, to get a haircut for school. And you know what I'm saying? Somebody that got some whole other shit going on just came in there and sprayed up the whole barbershop, man, and hit her. And you know what I'm saying? Or you know, hit her baby or something, man. You feel me? Like man, that should just be like, we like that shouldn't even be called for, man. That's just senseless right there, man. You feel like if you really got a problem with that person that bad, you should really want to get them. I'm not condoning or, you know, trying to promote any type of violence or something, but I'm saying like spraying up a barbershop, you could have hit everybody but the person you intended on hitting if they really that much of a problem that you need to get them gone. Now, you know what I'm saying? You're giving them a chance to come back and do what they need to do. If you really got a problem with them that bad, where if you see them, you'll spray up a whole barbershop, you should have just walked up in there and shit, did what you had to do, and bounced out. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
themselves to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Now, there were markers for nearly 24 shell casings on the sidewalk in front of the barbershop, and police say it's another act of gun violence in a city that has seen far too many lately.
And I'm talking about literally, they stood outside the window and unloaded damn near 30 rounds into this barbershop, bro. You feel me? Hitting an innocent bystander and killing dude. You feel me? How careless and scary could you be? Like, be honest. They could have walked inside and handled bro face to face. You feel me? Y'all remember that shooting that happened with Lil Greg from the No Limits in Chicago? Dude who killed him walked in the barbershop and got down on bro. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get the blowing through the window, hitting all these people, and you know what I'm saying? It was a murder that recently just happened in Flint. Dude walked in the barbershop and handled his business, bro. You will get more respect for that than half-court shooting and shooting into a crowd of people. You feel what I'm saying? They could have walked inside literally and handled that business face to face, bro. Could have stood over him and everything, right? And spared the bystanders the unnecessary trauma, right? But hey, we don't have no principles, no morals, and a lot of these kids can't even think past fucking go. But let's get into it, right? Because, and hold on, because when you see a woman, bro, back in the day, bro, I done been through a lot of shit, bro. When you see a woman and a child, an alarm should go off in your head. Abort mission. Or like I said, if it's that serious, walk up and do that man face to face, bro. But y'all have to stop hurting the innocent people, bro. You get no points for that. You actually lose stripes for killing the innocent, man. Back in the day, the mobs and the gangs would make you turn yourself in after doing some wild shit like that. You feel me? Nowadays, it's accepted because nobody has principles and morals. You feel me? Anything for clout and acceptance, right? But anyway, members from the Lowe's would be caught for this shooting. They would charge 24-year-old Caprice Richard and Marquise Armstrong with the murder and attempted murder charges, right? But the Hayes gang would get back in record timing, man. When member Tyrese Giles would get the news and instantly jump in traffic, spinning blocks. He looking to lay some belt, y'all. You feel me? And they riding through the Lowe's territory. When he would spot a member from the Lowe's named Darian Berry, an alleged, I'm gonna say an alleged member of the Lowe's because we don't know for sure, bro. These people could just be friends of niggas. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, he's outside of the Penwood Market. That's basically in the Lowe's hood. You feel me? This is market they all be at. You know what I'm saying? And
It's the Penwood Market on Penn and Glenwood. I'll take y'all to it right now. All right, y'all. So this the Penwood Market right here, man. That's what he talking about. So this is where he caught the dude at right here at the Penwood Market. Which is right here on so yeah, so that's Glenwood going this way, going right to left, and then this is Penn going north to south right here. And then so dude caught him right here and shot him at this market right here.
Tyrese Giles would jump out dressed in all black. He wearing a mask, everything.
It's proven that trial, the game were escalated when on September 9th, 2021, a prominent Hayes member was shot and killed at a barbershop in Minneapolis. About 2 hours later, 2 hours, literally 2 hours later, suspecting that the Lowe's were responsible for the killing, defendant Giles traveled to Penwood Market in Lowe's territory. Once there, Giles, who was dressed in black and wearing a mask covering his face, shot and killed a Lowe's member. He fired the fatal shot into the victim's back. Yikes.
He jump out dressed in all black. He wearing a mask, everything. He jump out blowing. You feel me? He jump out firing a handgun, striking Berry multiple times, right? Berry, caught off guard, you feel me, would be hit once in the chest. He would be shown on camera, because all of this was caught on camera, right? He would be shown on camera trying to run inside the Penwood Market, clutching his chest, and then take off toward his vehicle, trying to escape. The
Barry then clutches his chest from an apparent gunshot wound. Giles can be seen firing a handgun at Barry, who attempted to run into the Penwood Market, then run back to the vehicle. Yikes.
Barrage of bullets that was basically, you know what I'm saying, coming his way, but would be hit in the back multiple times and killed. Another individual.
Yes. Giles attempted to run away from the scene. A man identified as Witness 1 returned gunfire at Giles before loading Barry into a damn. So somebody who was just a bystander, regular pedestrian, just seen what was going on, and he must had his gun on him, and he started dumping back at Giles, the dude who was shooting the guy that was at the store. And so that's witness one. So he must have his permit, his license to carry or something, because he's labeled as a witness. So that means that he spoke to the police. So he must just been a law-abiding citizen with his license to carry. You know what I'm saying? He seen somebody's life was in danger, so he decided to help the man out. Um, return gunfire at return gunfire at Giles before loading Barry into a vehicle and driving to the hospital. Yikes! Damn, boy, that was an epic event right there, man. Sheesh.
As named as Witness 1 will return fire hitting Tyrese.
Giles, who was shot multiple times in the incident, approximately 9 minutes after the shooting, wearing matching clothing from the surveillance video. Damn. So God, so he went on a drill to go take somebody's life, end up getting hit, and then he want his life saved. But you was just finna lay somebody down. Why you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. For sure.
Giles multiple times in his back as he tried to flee the scene and would be damn near killed. You know what I'm saying? Both men would be transported to the hospital, and after going over video evidence and witness testimony, the police would charge Tyrese Giles with the murder of Darian Barry. And I want to send my condolences to Darian Barry's family, and may he rest in peace. You feel me? Because a lot of this shit is senseless, bro. But this wouldn't be the end, because another shooting would take place, right? And on May 14th, 2022, members of the Lowe's would be looking to lay bilk as they slid through the High's territory, right? Witnesses told police that one man in a blue hoodie and a Lowe's gang member by the name of Glenn Carter was wearing a black hoodie would exit a vehicle and open fire on a crowd of people standing at a food truck that was located on North Broadway, right? Everybody would take off running, motherfuckers taking cover, getting down, you feel me? These niggas jump out blowing broad daylight, bro, indiscriminately, you feel?
Lavelle Carter III, 23 of Brooklyn Park, was booked into the
And Maconda Robinson, which was a 51-year-old black male, would be grabbed and used as a.
According to the charges, Williams started to run and use Robinson as a shield. Damn. Yikes. One of the witnesses said Carter admitted to opening fire. The charges continued. Damn, man. That is a sad way to go out, man. Send my condolences, man, to Robinson, the 50, damn, man, the 51-year-old man was, damn, man, he was probably going to, you know what I'm saying, meet up with his old lady or something, man, mind his business, man. He ain't even know. You know what I'm saying? Damn, man, what was in store for him that day, man? Yikes, bro. That's sad, man. It's so sad, bro. Yikes, man. To get used as a human shield for some shit that some young bucks got going on, something you ain't got nothing to do with, man. You minding your own business, man. You done outgrown all this shit. You done made it. 51 years old, man. You know what I'm saying? And some shit, some new young niggas got going on, man, that got you caught up in the crosshairs, man. But that's how it goes sometimes, man. When you living in the hood, man, you living in these inner cities, man, it be like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? People who ain't got nothing to do with nothing, man, get caught up in crosshairs, man. The other people's, you know what I'm saying? It happens like that all across America, man. It's unfortunate though, bro. Straight up.
Human shield, bro, by an alleged Highs gang member, Kayvon Williams. Now, this shit was crazy as hell, you hear me? This shit was crazy. This man grabbed a senior citizen and used him as a human shield, bro. He did not want to feel them bullets, bro, you hear me? He was better off taking off running. Because you see the clip, everybody took off.
Williams died of multiple gunshot wounds to the torso, and Robinson died from a gunshot wound to the neck, according to the Hennepin County man. Damn, man. So you used that old man as a human shield, and you still lost your life behind it, man. You could have just, you know what I'm saying? Shit, if it, like he said, man, if you would have ran, man, you probably could. You know what I'm saying? You probably ain't have to take them all right there like that, bro. You might have got one to the leg or one to the ass or something like that, But you probably would have still made it to see another day if you would have took off, man. But like it's easy to say what somebody should have could have did, man. But when you caught up in that situation, man, it's hard to, you know what I'm saying? You don't have time to think. You know what I'm saying? It's just react. You know what I'm saying? In his mind, he's probably thinking like, I don't want to be running and get shot all up in my back. You know what I'm saying? Like if dude is like chasing me down, trying to gun me down or whatever, it depending on like how the scenario was. Like did he get out and start letting on him for, you know what I'm saying? Like from a distance, or was he right up on him to the point where if dude would have turned around, you know what I'm saying, and bro already up on him, you know what I'm saying? As soon as you turn around and if you're already up on he letting it off and you finna get hit all in the back of the head, that's probably what he thinking. Like, so he probably trying to, uh, maneuver like right there first to try to, uh, probably try to gain some control of the situation before he was probably gonna make his move. And unfortunately, he didn't get to do that. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's a tragedy though. Feel me?
He grabbed on, you know what I'm saying? He was better off running away because he still ended up getting hit multiple times, right? And both men would be pronounced dead on the scene, bro. They would both die from their injuries. It was said that them boys jumped out and let off damn near 50 rounds at all of them people, bro. Like, that shit is sad, bro. The motherfucker jumped out and let off 50 rounds, broad daylight, into a crowd of people standing in line at a food truck. Are you serious, bro? Like, and then this dude grab a random old man and throw him in front of him trying to block the bullets and still get killed. Boy, gasoline draws, man. Gasoline draws. I don't care what y'all say, bro. Gasoline draws. Man, I would have seen them boys bounce out that V, bro, and did 100 down Broadway. I would have put my feet to the cement, you hear me? I'm not about to run in the store because niggas will chase you down. Niggas will run in there after you, bro. I'm not about to try to grab nobody and put them in front of me because niggas will just be blowing. And, bro, the dash down Broadway, you feel me? I would have been putting feet to cement, you hear me? Like, come on, man, this shit. And then these dudes, bro, it's like they don't have that thought, bro, like, but then again, bro, that's all of the hurt and the trauma, bro. These kids is riding around no emotional intelligence. They being raised by their moms, you feel me? If they do got men in their life, they probably toxic, teaching them all type of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So they growing up with no guidance, no emotional intelligence. So they lashing out. When they see a motherfucker who just smoked their mans or had something to do with it or is a part of the niggas who did, you know what I'm saying? They just seeing red. They don't see Miss Martha standing there. They don't see Mr. Charles standing right there. They don't see Lil TT standing right there. You know what I'm saying? all they see is the ops, and they just jump out blowing, bro. And then they go to prison for 50, 60 years and regret the shit. But I'm not here to preach, man.
He ain't never lying, man. I wonder how many people we could talk to, man, who done been caught up in, you know what I'm saying, shooting at their enemies, getting into it with their ops and stuff like that, and end up, laying somebody down, doing some, that required, that um, resulted to them getting, a lot of time, man, and talk once they about 10, 15 years in they bit, man, have a conversation with them and see what percentage of them um say they don't regret nothing, or they is totally satisfied with the way that they life, the outcome of their life, or would they do they regret anything, or would they have done anything different? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna it's always gonna be some that look at life like this is the 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 road that's been laid before me. So, I wouldn't, change nothing because it made me who I am. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they are proud of what they did, but if it wasn't maybe for what they did, they probably wouldn't have gave their life to Christ. If it wasn't for what they did, they probably wouldn't um be to the point now where they know that, what they did was wrong. And it shouldn't have to take that for anybody to learn that. You know what I mean? But for some people, everybody learned different. But I wonder the percentage, man, when they was 15, 16, 17, up to 20, 21, 22, and they did some, made a decision in a few minutes that changed the outcome of the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying? Uh, a situation that maybe lasted 60 seconds changed the next 20, 30 years of their life. And once they 5, 10, 15 in, and they done had a lot of time to think about it, what percentage would say, man, I don't regret nothing. I'm happy with what I did. I'm totally satisfied with the outcome of my life. You know what I'm saying? You know, type shit.
I'm not here to preach. I'm just here to bring the news. But I do want to send my condolences to both families, Kayvon Williams and Makonda Robinson. I want to send my condolences to both of them families, and may they rest in peace. You feel what I'm saying? Now, this would be...
Police have tied the killings of Robinson and Williams to the fatal drive-by shooting on April 27, 2022 of Elo Lomax, 23, of Minneapolis, in the 3200 block of North Knox Avenue in Minneapolis. He was known to associate with K Block, is believed to be killed by a Dunna Boys member or one of their low-end clique gangs. No arrests have been made. Yikes.
said to be connected to the murder of a prominent member named Elo Lomax, right? Who have been a known face from over there, you feel me, off K Block, which was a gang or a crew that was under the Highs umbrella, basically, you feel me? And they had a bunch of little subsets within the Lows and the Highs. You had Skit Gang, 19, Murder Squad, K Block. Man, there was a few of these different little subsets that was up under these two hoods. And one of these subsets that was from the Lows was called the Dunna Boys. And it was said that the individuals from the Dunna Boys catch Lomax sitting in his car on the 3200 block of North Knox Avenue and open fire, killing him in the car. You feel me? Detectives would even state that this was believed to be a continuation of a rivalry between the two gangs. You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, they never even found out who did this hit. They never found out who killed Lomax over there on North Knox Avenue. You feel me? But y'all know how the streets play, right? Just because the justice system can't find the killers, don't mean the streets can't. You feel me? And after this hit, the war would definitely turn up a notch. And we're gonna get into that on part 2. Because the feds will be watching due to all of the murders. And these boys will be doing hits like 90 Going South. You would think this shit was the old Block 63rd, bro. The way this shit looking, bro. I'm talking about back-to-back hits, man. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. I never would have thought that this city was like this. Like, like I said, I must have been living under a rock or something, or they've been doing some real good job in the media covering up a lot of this shit. But due to this big indictment, it's like it's bringing out all of this shit that's been going on in Minneapolis for all of these years, bro. And I'm like, my mind is blew. Like, this shit is crazy. They've been out there crashing out for a long time, man. Like, but we're gonna get into that in the part 2, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit
Yeah, man, and there you have it, man. You know what I'm saying? The war between the highs and the lows in Minneapolis, man. You know what I'm saying? And to touch on what he was saying at the end, man. Yeah, man, this shit been going on, man, for a long time, man. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing new, man. You know what I'm saying? For those who aren't from here, you know what I'm saying? This could be something new for them, you know what I'm saying? Because of social media, because of, things like YouTube outlets that's making little documentaries and stuff like that. But for the people that's been here, man, this ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? This shit been going on, man. It's just like every other city across America. You feel me? Like, yeah, nothing changes because we like what something special about Minnesota that violence gonna skip this state or something, and it done touched every other city across America, but it skipped Minnesota, and within the whole Twin Cities, St. Paul, Minneapolis, and the surrounding cities, it's a million people, man. You know what I'm saying? So, in 2025, man, don't go nowhere, man, thinking some shit sweet, man. You know what I'm saying? Just because the place don't uh look like something that you're familiar with or look like what you would expect something to look like to associate it with what you you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it doesn't look violent, or this isn't what I expected a hood to look like or something like that. Man, don't go nowhere thinking like that, bro. Because you know what I'm saying. When you travel different places, man, you're gonna see um, different versions of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go down south, like in Florida, you know when you in like a nice community, and then you go a couple more blocks, and then you know when you in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Everything like the shit looks different. You know what I'm saying? Barely be any grass in the yard. It'd be a old cutlass. Been sitting in the yard for years, got grass growing under it, probably a pit bull tied to the back of that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Somebody outside getting their hair braided, probably a window boarded up, but up here, you know what I'm saying? It's different. Like these houses look like regular houses, you feel me? But yeah, man, it's real niggas in every city, man. And you a fool if you go anywhere, man, thinking something sweet or something ain't like that or nothing. As soon as you think you got something figured out, man, you need to take a step back and be like, it's something I'm missing. You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't no way, you know what I'm saying? Like I know like I, I know everything that's going on that easily. I'll be a fool to think that. But yeah, man. Thank you guys for watching this with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Until we we're gonna until we get to the next one, you feel me? You could have watched this by yourself, man, but like I said, it's much better when you're watching it with me, man. It's your boy Bone, and we in the react zone, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe, and help us reach more people, man, and grow our channel, man, so we can do bigger and better things, man. I appreciate the support I'm getting from everybody, and you know we're gonna keep this going, man.